Hey, how's it going, guys? Got a review for you today. What you're looking at here is the Leatherman Fuse. I actually borrowed this from my boss. Was really impressed. She always keeps like a backpack in her office with a bunch of emergency supplies, and so if an earthquake were to hit, she's got a bunch of things like flashlights, multi-tools, really comprehensive first aid kit and stuff like that, and I was really impressed. So anyways, she let me borrow this just so I could do a quick review. She thought it was pretty cool that I have this little project where I do gear reviews. And so I'm going to do this really quick so I can get this back tomorrow. Anyways, as you can see, this comes in a leather sheath. You have the option of either getting it in leather or in nylon. This is the leather version. It's fine, gets the job done. What you have here is a nice belt loop. And I would say it would accommodate up to a 1 1/4 inch belt if it's pretty thick, or 1 1/2 inch if you have a thin riggers type belt, which can fit through here. I wouldn't go more than that in thickness if you're going to try to loop a belt loop through here. Don't have the nylon version, so I wouldn't be able to describe what it works like, but it works okay. It holds the tool and it does its job. The only thing is the way they fold the leather. See how it's got like it's stacked on top of itself like this? So there's a little piece like this sticking out, so sometimes you might have some trouble, see, like this, trying to get it all the way in, and that's because there's like this extra piece of leather sticking up. So just jiggle it around and then you can finally fit it through. And it's held in by a snap, which is one thing that I'm surprised, because this is one of the more affordable Leatherman tools, and the more expensive tools, the cases for them use Velcro. So I really like that there's a snap right here. It's never going to wear out. Onto the tool itself, which you can see right here, nice fit and finish, as all Leatherman tools have. And one thing I really like, and I think they should incorporate in all tools, is the fact that there is an integrated ruler. On this side you have the English system, so it's in inches. And on the other side you have it in metric, in centimeters. That's really nice. I'm surprised that not all tools have this. It should just be one of those little small things that you can have, just so that you can take out your tool and use it as a quick measuring device, even if you don't have a ruler handy. The tool's open from the inside, so if you're going to use this, you have to open up the tool. Some people may or may not like that. One thing is you're going to lose convenience because you have to open up the tool to access it. But one of the cool things about it is that when it's closed, it's totally slick. So when you put it in your pocket, even without the case, it's not going to rip up your pockets at all. It's a nice, smooth design. But if you're using a case, it doesn't matter anyways. When I open up the tool, you'll notice though, there are these small little bumpers, I don't know what else to call them, lining the sides. Now this isn't rubber, I think it's a harder plastic because it's not soft by any means. But one thing it does do is it cushions your hand from the bare metal, so that if you have to squeeze when you're using the pliers, the bare metal itself isn't eating and digging into your hand, so that's nice, a nice touch that I like here. Right here you got the needle nose pliers along with the wrench, and you also have the wire cutters. They work fine. One thing you should notice also is the fact that the handles are pinned in and not held in by torque screws, so you cannot adjust it and you cannot take off the handles. So that's something you should take into account. But since this is like one of the cheapest Leatherman tools, that's one thing that you should know going in. Now, just because it's the cheapest thing, don't think that this is a cheap shoddily made tool. This is still going to get the job done. It's just that by making this more affordable, you can't have all the functions that you would find in their more expensive lines. Going into the actual tools themselves, I'll just start pulling it out. Pardon me, I cut my nails, so it's going to be a little bit harder to pull the tools out. You got a lanyard loop, so if you pull this out all the way and you have the tool closed, you can just loop a lanyard and hang this off your belt, so that's kind of neat. You have a small flathead screwdriver, and by the way, all these tools lock in to place, so once they're locked, you don't have to worry about them shut and close. If you want to disengage the lock, just push this button right here and it releases, similar to a lockback design on a lockback knife, so like that. You also have a large flathead screwdriver, and the last tool on this side is a clip point knife. I'm guessing this is 420 HC steel. I'll look up on the details and change it if I'm wrong, but I'm mostly guessing it's 420 HC steel. It's pretty soft steel, but the cool thing about that is it's going to be easy to sharpen, and it comes from the factory razor sharp, and it has a pretty wicked tip. In fact, that hurts a lot. So that's the knife blade, and like all the other tools on that side, locks into place. So put this back in. Going to the other side, you have can opener, Phillips head screwdriver, and it's I forget what the size this is, but this is probably the most common size of screws that you're going to come across. And then, last but not least, scissors. And one thing about the way Leatherman has their scissors mounted into the handles is it's open, so be careful when you're pulling it out, because it comes out like this. Then you gotta pull this handle down in order to close it, so be careful when you're pulling these tools out. So let me just put the other tools back inside. Pull the scissors out for a second and give you a look here. And if I flip it to the opposite side, you'll notice you got a tension bar right here to keep the scissors open, provides resistance, so then you just need to hold it with your hand around the handle and then using only your thumb to actuate the scissors. I really like this design because it pushes on the handle and you only need one digit in order to close and activate the scissors. I really like this, and the fact that the way this is designed, you can actually get this mouth of the scissors really wide in order to grab something larger. So really purposeful, and it's a pretty good design. I like it a lot. Just be careful when you're closing it, since the blade's going to be facing you when you open it up. So all in all, it's a nice tool. It's going to have all the basic things you're going to need. Some people ask, would I buy this tool? Well, it depends on what I want to use it for. If this is going to be the tool that I carry around every day in my backpack, probably I would pay the extra $30 and upgrade to the next higher model, which would probably be the Leatherman Wave. The cool thing about that is the Phillips head screwdriver has exchangeable bits, it has adjustable tension in the handles, and it has a few more extra tools, and the fit and finish is going to be a little bit more durable. However, the thing about this is going to be riding in an emergency backpack. This is what my boss uses it for. So, I mean, people find it hard to justify spending 60, 70, 80, heck, even more than $100 on a multi-tool, then throwing it in a backpack and never using it. I don't agree with that either. But for what you pay and what you get, this is a great tool. It's still dependable. It's sturdy as heck because it's from Leatherman. Still has Leatherman's 25-year guarantee. And it has all of the basic tools you're going to need for most jobs. So it's a great tool to get, and then you can just throw it in your little emergency pack, first aid backpack, whatever, and then throw it in the trunk of your car or in the closet at your house, and then forget about it. But if you ever need to access it, you have a useful tool. It's a great deal for what you're going to be using it for, or if you have a kid and you want to give them like a multi-tool in order to play around with and learn how to appreciate how to use his tools before he upgrades to the next best thing, this would be a great option as well. So that is my review of the Leatherman Fuse. Go online, you can check them out. I'm actually posting this with the details somewhere around. I forget where YouTube puts it. So check them out. I think they're online at gadzooks.com as well. So you might want to go there if you want a good deal on it. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.